Aubrey, nice to see you, and welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald. And for those of you that are new watching this show, I started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and also to provide a platform for survivors, stroke survivors, and all brain injury survivors to share their journeys from across the world, and also bringing on experts in brain health, and so they can share their knowledge with us as well. I know there's a lot that I don't know about the brain. So, but anyway, let's um, talk about our guest this morning, caregiver Naomi Smith, and her husband, stroke survivor Gene Smith, who has an amazing survivor story of surviving 9 strokes, but they'll get into that. And but anyway, if you have not subscribed, go to Let's Talk Stroke, which is on my YouTube channel, and subscribe. And please ask questions, make comments, and don't be shy. Just be here, and let's all have a good time. And nice to see you guys here that are here. So love it. Yeah, say where you're from. If you're from out of the country, love to see that, so we can share with Gene and Naomi. And anyway, let's just bring them on, and everybody else, sit back, relax, have a good time. I mumbled a little here. Okay. Good morning, Gene and Naomi.
Good morning. I see somebody's from Washington State, and we are too.
Ah, Joy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're in you're in Washington State.
yeah.
Wow. How's
That's
the weather out
cool.
there? Yeah.
It's
Nice to
cooler
see.
this year.
Is it really? Wow. Well, it's
Yeah,
not here.
not
It's not.
too.
Yeah. If you've been watching the news, and I do feel for a lot of people out there in Maui. Wow, you've been watching that?
Yes,
In
that's sad. And we have friends that live in Hawaii.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
praying for
In
them.
in Maui?
No, on the Big Island.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. T, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you?
Hi,
Teresa.
Dee.
Yeah, nice to see you. And I appreciate you guys. If we missed you, yeah, we'll go back and comment to you. So Ronj, nice to see you. Say, Naomi, maybe we'll just start and say yes. Um, who is Gene? And this is a great story. Uh, Gene and Naomi. Um, before, I mean, I love your wedding stuff and all about that. That's a lot of people. I don't know if they all know about that, or is that something that's kind of secret?
No, it's not secret. Like I said, I'm brutally honest.
Yeah, I love
Um,
it.
no, we've been married for 52 years. We got married when I was 15 and she was 18, and we have 2 children.
Yeah, that's awesome. 15, and I mean,
Yeah.
I thought we got young, married young, but that's awesome. I mean, fifth. No, but look at who would have said um, that would have lasted at 15 years old and 18.
Yeah, but we had to go to court and they showed us this little book, see the statistics, and we're both kind of stubborn people, and we told them where they could put their statistics, and love to find that guy today and say, hey,
Yeah, it's like having a stroke. Someone told me, "Well, you plateaued after 1 year. It's not. This is how it's going to be." Okay, I went back to see this gal. It didn't. She retired,
yeah.
so I never saw her. Wow,
Gene, they told Gene 6 weeks after anything, you won't expect any changes after 6 weeks.
that's wow. Isn't that just?
Crazy.
Ugh. I can
Yep.
imagine what Naomi said to went to them.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
especially after when he had the 4 strokes in one day, because then I was really involved with you guys and stuff. So I knew a lot more than I did before.
Wow. That's good
Yeah.
you knew that because you knew. Did you know what a stroke was?
Yes, I had cared for my mom, and she died from strokes. Yeah,
Wow.
and I cared for
Wow.
Jean's mom, kind of, and yeah,
Wow.
I've been a
Good.
caregiver for quite a while.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
I it's a lot of work. I'm sure. I
yeah,
mean, I know we go through here. Um,
yeah.
kind of
Well,
crazy.
with Jean, it's a whole different realm.
He's a
You know,
whole different guy.
it's a
Wow.
completely different when it's your partner.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, I'm looking at some of these comments here too. Yes, you're still improvement, Obs. And that's the thing. Gene is improving too. I mean,
Yes,
you know,
he's
we
still.
get
I
complacent.
mean, 4 years he's been going to speech therapy. He has the best speech therapist in the area. We love Clark Dalton.
That's good.
And
You gotta like those speech therapists because I
yeah,
was one that no way. I didn't want to go. But Gene he enjoys going.
yes, he loves Clark. He's wonderful. He's patient with him. They laugh a lot. They have a good time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what caused this? What the stroke? I mean, in the very beginning, do they ever uh, know?
They've all been ischemic, saying that right.
Yeah.
But they don't know what has caused the blood clots. He had the two 9 years ago, and then 4 years ago, he had a blood clot that split and hit his brain in four different places at once.
Wow.
And that
Very
was
interesting.
that was a big one. That's what knocked him down. And
Right.
he was on a ventilator. They gave him the oh, I'm getting feedback. They gave him the clot blocker buster, the TPI, and he went into anaphylactic shock from that.
Wow. From
So
that.
yeah, so
Wow.
he almost died. We were in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, so
Well, so you said you were in the middle of nowhere. Is it you moved or?
no, we were going up on Mount Rainier to see a friend's cabin.
Oh, okay.
And we had just got to the cabin, and he had the stroke just as we pulled in. And I told Mike, I said, you need to turn around. He's having a stroke. And I got on 911, even though he tried to stop me from calling 911. And the ambulance met us on the highway outside from where we were at,
Right.
and then
Wow.
took us to this little town. And yeah, I don't think the doctor had ever seen a stroke before in his life.
Oh my God. Wow. So then what happened? Did you go somewhere else? Well, you obviously must have went somewhere else.
He was life flighted to Olympia, to
Okay.
a big hospital there, and he
Yeah.
was in the neurologic ICU there for neuro ICU there for a month, and then he was finally moved to the stroke floor.
Wow. So how
And
long ago was that for the four strokes?
4 years ago, yeah,
4 years ago. So that's
yeah,
okay. So that was kind of before COVID, wasn't it? Yeah.
just a year before, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. You're right, Chandra. You look great. Both of you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Wow. So after the fourth one, you came home and like if you're going to speech therapy currently, are you doing any other kind of like occupational or physical?
No, he has no physical deficits.
Wow.
It, it's
Congratulations.
all, yeah, it's
That's
all cognitive, and then the damage in his throat, and his vocal cords are closed.
wow. So do they do
So
anything for that?
they could have done surgery, but then they would be permanently open, and then you have the issue with, you know, choking and stuff like that.
Right, right.
So he might be able to talk some, but I don't know if you hear our little dog's barking her head off in the back.
That's okay. That's okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if you look at some of the comments there. That's right, Ron and Joy. Wow, pretty.
Yeah.
You tried talking to your husband out of calling 911. Wow.
That's great. Yeah. He couldn't even talk at that time.
Yeah.
He was a mess. We were going down the road and he's tapping me on the shoulder and I turned around and I was like, oh my gosh.
Right. Well, so are you on any blood thinners? Because there's a question here from Kevin.
Yeah. Yes, he is on blood thinners now. They finally, 2 years ago, finally put him on blood thinners after his 9th stroke.
Wow. I mean, 9 strokes. It's just amazing how that, yeah. So no physical deficits. It's just not just, but it's can I bring this one video up? It's a short video. And Marina, nice to see you here too. Nice to see everybody. Thank you ask questions, please. I want to bring this video up here. Yes, Janice. Let's see here.
You have both sides here.
This one here.
This one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, jumping. Biting? Are they kind of poking? What are they doing? Poking, yeah. Jabbing, okay. Stinging a little bit. Okay, every time I go up, you're probably going to get a little bit of that, more than usual, and then it'll come down, right? So usually kind of relax. So up a little on the right, and on the left it's coming. Which one's stronger? Right, left. Are they both? They both strong? About the same? Pretty even? Is it stinging a lot? Yeah? When did you shave?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Well, you have.
Oh, what is that for?
That was to reactivate his nerves and stuff in his face and throat, so he could start swallowing again.
Well, wow. Yeah. So I see, Joy. You didn't even know what a stroke was.
I love you, Janice.
Yes. Nice to see you, Janice. Yeah, that video is amazing. And you actually sent some other pictures too, if you don't mind. I mean, some people don't want to look at the pictures or stuff that brings back, haunting times or so. But like for me, I like this. Then you can see how far you came.
Yeah.
But this is a happy one here. Let's see. Here we go.
That was this summer. That was our granddaughter's graduation party.
Oh, nice. 2023.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Beautiful family there. And
yes.
Absolutely. Do they live around you?
Yes, they do. Well, the one that just graduated, she just moved to Pullman for college.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to WSU over there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a lovely photograph. That's funny. Do you see what Aubrey said? Her dogs heard the barking. They agree.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah, this is right. This may be a little smaller picture here, but I'm still going to bring it up.
Okay. That was the day that he had the 4 strokes, when they finally let my daughter in to see him in Olympia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, just like you said, Ron, beautiful family, but you've come a long way. I mean.
Yeah. She used that every time he made her mad when he was in the hospital. She'd show him that picture. He doesn't remember it now, but she showed it to him a lot.
Oh, really? Wow. what did they think when they heard like 9 years the first strokes? What did they think when they heard that? That must have been
Um,
tough.
it wasn't, yeah, his first two strokes weren't bad. He was in the hospital for a week the first time,
Oh,
but they wouldn't let him go back to work anymore. He had to quit working then because of the cognitive
yeah,
stuff. All his strokes have seemed, even though they've hit different parts of his brain, it's all been pretty much cognitive.
right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so your kids, that must have been. I just keep thinking how the ones I've heard before, the kids or family. I don't know if you had parents around then or what they
Yeah, all
thought.
our parents were dead at that point, but our daughter was there. We were lucky enough we were 4 hours away from home, but we were 20 minutes from where our daughter lives, and she was there every day. And
No,
her kids would come when they could, and that
no,
was a really big support. And I'm sorry, I didn't get any pictures of the family with him. You know, our son made it once, but he was so far away.
right, right. Um, Kevin has a question for you there.
Yeah, I see that. We have a really warped sense of humor.
Oh, good.
It's, we've been through so much and through everything that, if we don't laugh,
Yeah,
we couldn't make it. And God has given us that ability. He's just blessed us that way.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, wow, I'm glad that things are, I mean, so different. I'm glad you don't have any physical deficits, with your arm and your
No,
leg.
he did
So,
in the hospital, but he came out of it pretty good. I
wow,
worked his arm. His arm was really curled up at first, and I would just work it every day,
wow.
just constantly. They had
Yeah,
him restrained, but they would let me take the restraints off to work his right arm.
right. So it affected his whole right side.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That's right. Humor is so important, and you both have that. Wow.
Especially
Wow.
since the last stroke, he thinks he's a comedian.
Is that right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh. Um, yes. So you guys, do you guys go out on walks? I mean, if the right side is not really
He
affected,
he has no motivation to do much of anything.
right?
Um,
Yeah.
I this year, because his mental condition seems to have gone down. I haven't been able to hike. That's always been my therapy, is hiking, but I haven't been able to leave him that long because I don't
Right.
trust his judgment.
Poor Gene.
Like,
Wait, poor
yeah,
Naomi.
he doesn't make good judgments.
Yeah. Wow. So, but you need to have me time. You need to have your time.
It's hard, yeah. I really don't get that too much. I do still go to Bible study.
Oh, good.
Um, I don't sit still well. Hi,
Yeah.
Paul.
Paul, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by here. Um, that's right, Marina. Naomi, you're a rock star, and I know wasn't easy, and it's still not easy, but you are wonderful caregiver.
Oh, thank
Absolutely.
you. Not every day, I'm not.
Yeah.
I
I'm
am
sure
not the best.
I'm sure you have your times that are, you know, that
Yeah.
not smiling or
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
we try a lot.
yeah. Um, so besides the no, not besides the speech and all that, is there any of PBA is that pseudobarbital effect where you just start
He
crying
does,
for no
yeah.
reason or laugh? Is it,
Yeah, he does have that, and that's come close to getting him killed a couple of times. Because he does.
uh,
If I'm really upset and I have a lot on my plate with him and everything else, uh, he will start laughing at me, and that will usually send me over the edge faster than anything.
wow, wow. The sleeping, how's sleeping going with you guys? Going to bed must be tough.
He doesn't seem to have a problem. He's on oxygen at night,
Right. Okay.
and so any other problem sleeping? Nope.
That's that.
We
Wow.
keep, you know, yeah, he's a good sleeper. They did an MRI on him one day and he slept through it. Yeah, he has no problem sleeping.
Wow. In the MRI. Wow, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
I'm
agree.
sweating here.
Yeah. Um, I do agree there, Kevin. Laughter and grace are fantastic to see. Yeah. Nice to
Oh,
see
thank
that.
you.
And Obs, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And also, yeah, I know that.
That's all you can do is laugh, and we try to laugh
Yeah.
as much as possible. Usually when we're practicing the speech and him working with his electrolarynx, we end up just cracking up.
Yeah. Is that the one you had on the face?
No, you usually see people use it on their throat
Oh,
and
yes.
they sound like Darth Vader. Because of all the damage to his throat, he holds it up to his mouth.
Right.
And he makes the words from just the form of his mouth.
Wow. Okay.
So
So,
we're working hard at that, getting that
right.
working. Otherwise, he has to cover his trach to talk. And that takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, I bet. But it has to be done,
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Most of the time, he's like this, just smiling,
yeah.
just sitting there smiling.
Yeah. And the shirt, the shirt he's wearing.
Oh,
Love
his
it.
Eddie Bauer shirt.
Yeah. Love it. Love it.
He's got the one. I'm not drunk. I'm a stroke survivor.
Yeah. I agree. I've been there, done that. People, saying that.
Yeah.
I see Gary Trader. Um, what's the biggest? What is his best way for communicating and you understanding? Good question.
Over the last 4 years, I've gotten pretty good at knowing what he's trying to say. But he goes between using the electrolarynx and covering his trach to talk.
Right.
Sometimes when he's really tired, yeah, he does a lot of hand signs.
Yeah.
And he uses a boogie board, which is something he can write on.
Oh, so no issues with the hands.
No,
Good.
they both work fine.
Well,
Yesterday, just before we talked to you, he fell.
oh no.
That was fun. I just walked in the house from getting his prescriptions, and he stood up and started coughing, and he just went over backwards.
Wow. Wow. Any issue? I mean, getting up, can you do that? Is that
It took him a while, but he wanted to do it on his own, so I let him.
good? There you go, Gene. Wow. So no bruising and none of that. So obviously
No. He bounces pretty good.
Wow. So seizure
He
medicine?
practiced, huh?
Oh no, go ahead. What you were saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say he cracked his skull once.
Oh wow. Wow, that was a hard hit there.
Yep.
Wow. Any seizure medicine? No seizures or any of that?
He's not on any seizure medicines. He has seizures. Sometimes his coughing, he coughs so hard that it will trigger seizures, but they're pretty mild.
Right. Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. Okay, so John Prince is saying he's got the same shirt as you, as jeans. Yeah. Yeah, you are doing good. You're doing great. So we need to just get Dean motivated to go out there and just do some any bikes or any kind of, not bikes, but little stationary things maybe.
No, he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
given up on nagging him.
Yeah. I
He's
I
over
know.
there going, no, he hasn't.
I know we got a rower. I have a rower. I'm gonna row. I'm gonna row. Well, it's still in the garage, but I mean, there's no excuse.
I don't think he could get up off of one.
Yeah, mine is very low, and that so I have to
Yeah.
help sit down and get up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and strap the foot in. At least for me, because my foot, will come out. Not like Gene's probably, like you said, there's no really physical impairments as far as the legs and the arms.
Right.
Wow, that's great. I mean, so no, when you have the strokes, no, like you always get the people that they were depressed when they first had it. Why me? Was that anything of that?
He didn't do why me, but after his second stroke, he cried all the time. He couldn't,
Yeah.
and people got really uncomfortable. So they did put him on a mild antidepressant.
Right.
But he's never been, oh, why me? Or I want to give up, or that's just never been his personality.
Good.
The hardest part was giving up working.
Yeah.
He did not want to give up working.
Yeah. What was Gene doing before? I mean, as far as his job, it's tough.
He ran a paint system for Genie lifts. He ran the paint system for in the company where they make them. Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, so Kathleen is Naomi. What do you do for yourself?
I try to get out and walk as much as possible. That's what I do. Walking and being outside is my best thing.
Yeah. Important. Yeah. You need to have your time. But
I get nervous and I sweat.
Oh, do you? Okay. There is a
it's called panic
attack. So Janice says, Gene, do a little walk for Naomi. Naomi, fresh air is good and nature. I made John to go out. So he goes out with her.
Yeah, John always did. I mean, I love Janice's pictures of her and John, and with Gene with the beard, when he's got his full beard and stuff, he sure does. Him and John just resemble each other so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And their smiles. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he has, I mean, I've drug him out a couple of times to walk. But yeah, that's not his thing.
Bitching and screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Gene walks so good. I don't want to, be Gene. You got to go with Naomi and walk.
He walks really good, but he gets so tired so fast because he doesn't do it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and his back. He has a ruptured disc in his back.
Oh, really? Was that from a fall?
We don't know what caused it. when we came back from vacation last year, he couldn't get out of bed for 2 weeks, and they did a bunch of tests, and the MRI showed it was a ruptured disc. So
Wow.
yeah,
So,
no
what-
vacations. He can't ride in the car for very long.
right.
So
Wow. So do they do anything for that, or are they gonna, or no surgery?
they did one of the shots, but that didn't really work that well. And they
Right.
won't do surgery because he has so much going on with his health. I mean, he's in stage 4 kidney failure. He's insulin dependent diabetic. He's got heart failure. Yeah. His body couldn't take it.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. So a lot of but he's still smiling though, Gene. Still smiling and love it. You know? Wow. So how often is speech therapy?
Once a week.
Do they come
Yeah.
to you or you go there?
So we go there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we go see him. Um, and it's been really good for him.
I bet.
So yeah.
Wow. So I didn't even ask Naomi, were you working before this all happened?
Um, I had been doing caregiving, so I wasn't working outside the home. I had other jobs. I had owned my own business. I had worked for Boeing. I had done a lot of different things. Um, so yeah, but I ended up I did a lot of caregiving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And I saw that on your when
Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot of work caregiving.
it is. My mom was 24/7, and well, of course, Jean is. Um, my mom lived with us for 7.5 years and died here.
Wow.
We brought her home so she could die at home, and she was the kick in the pants. I had a lot of help with her, um, but I think it's hard for the kids to see Jean.
Yeah.
Um,
You mean
so we're
currently?
trying to do like at least monthly family dinners or something, so they're around a
Right.
little bit more.
Right. Oh, it's still it's hard for them.
Yeah, yeah, because he can't communicate with them very well.
Right.
He gets, and the neural fatigue when there's a lot of people around and all the noise, and
Yeah.
it gets hard for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's really tough. Now here's let's see. Here's a picture here that let's see what this one is. Oh, that's the promo on there. What a wonderful picture.
A friend of ours did some pictures for us.
Oh,
So yeah,
really?
yeah.
A happy couple there. There's that one.
That's just a selfie.
Oh. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Wow. So what else did we not that we missed on this? I mean, because for not 9 stroke, who could imagine? I mean, I saw someone. It may have been Gary. Who could imagine having 9 strokes?
Yeah, but
But
he hasn't had any in a while. So
right, Melissa, nice to see you here. So no beard. Is
yeah,
that? Yeah, exactly, Gene. I agree. Um,
I like the beard.
absolutely.
I
It's
like
a
it
great
when
one.
it's trimmed up. I made sure he was all shaved and everything for today.
Oh, oh, it's so nice.
I cut his hair and shaved him and everything, so he looked pretty.
He's a purdy man there. Wow.
Pardon me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so I'm trying to think, what else did you, because I'm shocked that he fell. Was that just a trip or
He was coughing, and sometimes he just coughs so hard,
he,
and then
he just fell?
yeah, most of his falls have been from coughing,
Wow.
except for the one where he decided to climb a 9-foot ladder.
Like,
Who knows
really?
why he did that?
And fell?
Yes.
Wow. You know, falling, I don't know if Gene could agree with this, because I know I've talked to other people. Falling as a stroke survivor or a brain injury survivor, it's like slow motion. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And
Feel like
watching
it's
him is
slow
like slow motion. It
Oh,
does. When I watch him fall, it's like he's going in slow motion.
wow. Wow. Um, wow, that's right, Janice. Um, yeah, that's tough falling. I mean, that's something that, I mean, when I fell, it was probably 3 weeks ago, I'm still sore.
Yeah. Well, you broke a bone. Come on.
I, clavicle,
Yeah.
clavicle and
I
ribs
broke
that are,
mine before.
did you?
Yep.
Wow. Don't recommend that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Well, it sounds like, I mean, the attitude looks great, Gene. I guess you can't really talk back to Naomi.
They turned his electrolarynx up so he can yell at me.
Oh, okay.
That
Wow.
him and his speech therapist said that was the whole purpose behind speech therapy, was just so he could yell at me.
uh, I don't know if this is not the good time or good time. I'd love to hear it. I mean, it's less.
He's gonna go get it. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
oh my gosh, dogs.
How many dogs do you
Now the
have?
big dogs are going crazy. We have 4.
Okay.
A
Well, that keeps you
boxer,
busy.
a
Oh,
golden retriever mix, and chihuahuas.
wow. Good for you. Wow, that's a lot of work there, but they're good. Let me see if I don't know if I can get out of this and see if you it may not go right here. Let's see. Oh no, it stays the same. So,
Okay, he's gonna try.
oh, is it on? Okay.
He said hello.
Doing great. So, hello, and how are you doing, right? Or how are
Yep. Yep. He said he's fine.
you? Good. Good to hear that. Do you feel okay? Wow. That's awesome. I'm glad. I mean, glad you got a communication tool there that working on it all the time. That's impressive.
There's some letters that are really hard for him to make some sounds
Right?
because his tongue doesn't work, and yeah, and he doesn't have air coming out his mouth. So all his sounds are just from the form of his mouth.
Wow. So it's coming out of the trach.
Yeah. Yeah, all his air comes out of his trach, yeah. I'm reading Stephen Albright's.
All right, Stephen, what do you?
Oh, that's cool.
Blowing bubbles in water bottle to relax the muscles of my throat. Interesting. I know it's all different. Gerard White.
He's had so many surgeries on his neck. There's just so much damage in there. The last time his airway completely collapsed and he coded. So they had to reintubate him and then ended up putting in the permanent trach.
Wow.
So yeah. And I get to change it. I get to put in a new one every.
Oh, do you? So you're doing the work for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
They don't give you a choice. They just say, we're going to train you to do this. You're going to do it. They don't ask you.
Didn't know that. Interesting.
That's probably the hardest part of my job because he can't breathe without it. So when I change it out, I have to try to be as fast as possible.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
say, hold your breath, and I try to have everything ready so I can just take that one out and shove the new one in.
Wow.
It,
Wow. Yeah, I see you, T. That's amazing. Joy. Hello, keep up. Yeah, you're doing wonderful. That's a need to go. Okay. Yeah, that's so how long is he gonna wear that for? Who knows how long, right? Or
that will be the rest of his life.
the permanent. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, but you've got a way to communicate, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Um, wow. Well,
And
that's
now he gets turned up so he can yell at me. So hey.
oh, all right. Let her have it there, Gene.
He
I'm
does
sure he
pretty
said,
good with sign language.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure he's saying things that we don't want to hear, right here. But that's okay. I mean, I know
That was
we all have
I
our
mean,
moments.
when he was it was funny when he was in the hospital, he made up his own sign language. And we all caught on to it, like if he had to go to the bathroom or anything else. He had his own special sign language so we would know what he needed.
Right.
It
Wow.
just and then he just started flipping everybody off. So
Wow. So what would you tell somebody, because there's so many caregivers out there. I mean, even a stroke survivor, what would you tell somebody that's going through like what you're going through, and what would you tell someone that's had a stroke too?
well, don't beat yourself up for your bad days because we're all going to have them. It's the hardest job there is to do, but it's also the most rewarding job you can do.
Yeah.
It's completely out of love, and I'm brutally honest with Gene and everything else. I have told him, I know there's a lot of spouses that leave because their family members have had traumatic things happen, and I can understand that. There are days when, yeah, I just want to leave, but I've made a commitment to him and God to stay, and I
Right.
love him, and I will see this through. Um, it's, but it's the most rewarding thing you've
Yeah.
ever done, and I'm thankful every day that he's still with me because it's a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, he is just a miracle.
Absolutely. That's it's great to hear that. I mean, I'm just thinking back, 15 and 18 years old getting married, and 52 years later,
Yeah,
still, yeah. I mean, that's wonderful.
still
It's
beating each
beautiful.
other up.
Just run around the house. Yes, Hala, nice to see you. Jean, you are a warrior. Naomi, you are an angel. I agree.
I'm not even close to an angel. Nowhere near it. I'm a,
You,
I'm human. I love my husband,
yep,
but yeah, don't. I'm not the easiest person to be around.
you're brutally honest. You're gonna tell it how it is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
Wow. So,
it's not
so
all roses. Not on
yeah.
either part. He can be a pain, and I can be a bigger pain.
Wow. So what last words could be what you could say to anybody that's out here that's because I see how many
I think
people here.
I see the stroke survivors as warriors that get up every day and fight and keep going. And you guys, you guys are all so encouraging to me. Um, and you've been a lifesaver to me because without you, I wouldn't be able to know what it's like for him.
Yeah.
And I can empathize with him a lot better because of the stroke survivors out there. And a lot of the people out there become my family.
Yeah.
Mean the world to me. Janice, T, Salute. There's just so many that have seen me through every day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
It helps me too hear, all these stories, and it's nice. It's, well, not how do I say that? It's nice we're not alone. I mean, there's other people like us out here that are going through similar things that, it's
yeah,
emotional,
it is. It's
but
very emotional.
it pumps you
Yeah.
up, gets me excited. Like, okay, I can do it. I've seen people get complacent too, like me, and then finally I get out there and do something. When I'm done, I think, okay, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's but you are a blessing, Naomi and Jean. Um, but for what you're going through, I don't want to say what you've gone through to what you're currently going through. And you're right. The stroke, I always say brain injury community is so helpful.
Yeah. And their family. I
Yes.
mean, their family.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. Yes. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I got stuck in mental. Yeah, I know. I do. Maybe Naomi, do you ever get through that? I know we're kind of close to the end here, because I go through that. I see what Stephen just said. He gets stuck in the mental mud. You know,
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you,
Yeah.
but you have your Bible study, and that probably just lifts you up.
Oh, my faith gets me through a lot. God
Yeah.
has just, I don't understand how people who don't have a faith in God can do it. I was 4 hours away from home, and when he was in the hospital, I couldn't even find the words to pray, but my friends would call me and pray with me. And it was just, my faith just gets me through every day.
Yeah.
And my friends are amazing. I have the most amazing group of friends that hold me up
No.
and support us.
Wow. So
Yeah.
nice. I agree, Stephen. The grandbaby threw me a lifeline.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And the grandkids are the ones that accept Gene the most. I mean, they come and he doesn't bother them.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being here and sharing your story, because I know there's a lot of people. We haven't done this in a long time, and a lot of people that
No.
are fairly new, out there. I see a lot of new ones new people out there that are. They need to hear these stories. They're not alone.
Yeah.
That's great.
And
Well, Gene, I appreciate it too, and I appreciate you sharing your speaking to us. That was wonderful.
he said thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate you being here, Naomi, and I appreciate you too.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. And yeah, the faith is a really big thing. So,
Yeah.
well,
So, and
what's,
Teresa, we got to get together someday.
yeah, it's
Definitely
been a
need to get
while.
together. Well, Teresa lives not that, just a couple hours from us.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
Absolutely. Yeah, there's someone else too was out here in Washington
in
State.
Washington, yeah, we're in the middle, so we're easy to get to.
Oh, nice. Okay. So they can all meet with you there.
Yeah,
Wow. Well,
yeah,
wow. Exactly. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it.
yeah.
It's
Thank you
important.
for taking the time to listen to our story.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I hope you all um Oh, hi. I know that. But anyway, remember, subscribe to Let's Talk Stroke on YouTube. It's always good to then you know when we go on Tuesday and Thursdays. Um, but Jean or Naomi, I know I said it before, but any final words? That's it.
We can tell you some funny stories.
We have time. You could, if you have any good stories. I mean, it's always good to have a good story.
He's looking at me like, well, don't you tell him anything
Yeah.
that's going to embarrass me.
Oh, trust me, I've been embarrassed so many times since my stroke. Oh my God. So true.
Yeah, he does some silly things for laughter and some things that aren't really appropriate. Like he started to take his pants off at a speech therapist to show him his underwear. Yeah. Clark was so glad I stopped him.
Oh, that's funny. I know some of the things we do, you know, oops, didn't mean it, but it happened.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well,
But yeah.
Naomi, wow. Well, what's on the rest of the day for you guys? Another day.
I gotta mow the lawn, and then we're gonna go see some friends this afternoon.
Okay. So Gene's getting out.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Good.
out.
Good. Well,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. And Naomi and Gene, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your journey. And I never, or maybe I forgot, 15 and 18. If anybody just getting here, got married at 15 years old and 18 years old. That's a beautiful story. Your
It's
parents
a
are
rocky
okay
one.
with it. Yeah. Hey, we all have our moments. I know that. So.
Yeah.
Well.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry.
Absolutely. And I'm glad we got to do this. It's been a while, so quite some time. But well, you guys have a great rest of your day. Gene, thank you again. I appreciate it. And Naomi, thanks for sharing the caregiver's world. So
thank you.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yes, Stephen, we appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll be obviously staying in touch.
Okay, of course.
All right.
Always.
We'll see you. All right. Bye.